講一啲嘢嘅。
À toi.
Ah, c'est à moi de parler. Bonjour. Bonjour, bienvenue à Simiane.
Welcome to Simiane.
歡迎大家嚟到Simiane。
Mais je suis Benoît, moi ça fait depuis que je suis tout petit comme le petit garçon là.
My name is Benoît. I've been working with lavender and in this area since I'm a little child like him, with my father and my grandfather.
咁佢咧就係叫病蛙啦，咁佢就由細好似呢位小朋友咁大咧，就已經喺個蒸餾廠嗰度咧係幫佢爸爸手噶啦。
Je suis très heureux de vous recevoir parce que ça fait toujours plaisir de savoir comment est utilisé notre lavande.
I'm extremely honored and happy to have you here because I am the producer, I work in the fields, and it's really great, important for me to see where my products are going. And to see you guys, it's amazing.
佢好榮幸咧，係歡迎大家喺度啦，同埋咧佢一路咧喺度做呢一個工作嘅時候咧，同時間可以睇到你哋大家係將佢所做嘅嘢咧係可以俾到你哋用到咯，所以佢好開心，好榮幸。
Ça fait plus de 20 ans maintenant que je travaille avec Young Living pour Young Living. J'ai eu la chance de connaître Gary Young et il m'a fait découvrir l'aromathérapie. Avant, on utilisait un petit peu la lavande pour se frictionner, voilà, et après pour la parfumerie. Mais j'ai découvert grâce à Gary l'aromathérapie et on a beaucoup travaillé ensemble.
So he's saying that now it's been like more than 20 years that he's working with us, Young Living. And thanks to Gary, he understood and get the knowledge from the aromatherapy side, because before that, him and his ancestor were working like lavender more for perfumery. So nowadays he's like really happy to have discovered a completely different side of aromatherapy, which requires also a deeper understanding and the quality.
咁所以佢其實一路以嚟咧，佢嘅祖宗咧都係喺度種緊薰衣草同埋蒸餾緊薰衣草，但係咧主要咧都係供給香水嘅廠嘅。咁但係咧，自從咧認識咗 Gary 之後咧，佢其實咧已經同 Young Living 咧合作咗超過20年㗎啦。咁而呢一個嘅合作關係咧係令到佢都係好榮幸、好開心。咁同埋咧，因為咁樣嘅原因咧，佢認識到好多嘅芳療嘅知識啦，同埋佢將嗰啲嘅精油咧就更加可以咧係可以用落香薰治療或者即係嘅芳療嘅市場嗰度。
Encore un grand merci d'être venu nous rendre visite et j'espère que ce séjour à Simiane vous apportera beaucoup et au moins vous pourrez porter la bonne parole dans votre pays.
Okay, so he's saying a huge thanks to all of you for having made this long travel to Simiane, and he's hopeful that you will spread the word of what you've seen here in Simiane and to tell about our quality, our terroir, and the legacy that we have here.
所以佢再次好歡迎大家嚟到呢度 Simiane 嘅農場同埋蒸餾廠啦，同埋好希望今次咧你哋嚟完之後參觀完之後感受完之後咧，將Young Living 同埋呢個嘅 Simiane 嘅農場咧係將你嘅經歷咧係分享俾你身邊嘅所有嘅朋友，希望可以帶俾更加多嘅人咧有呢個咁樣嘅知識。
Merci Benoît.
Merci.
多謝。我哋有冇得褪後啲啊？再
All right.
太陽園。
So, are you ready to get into a technical explanation of the distillery?
大家準備聽下啲更加多嘅蒸餾嘅知識未啊？
Okay. So, during this whole trip, we'll have a few times to discuss the technical details of the distillery. This is going to be the first, so I will try and give you a big picture of how it works, right?
咁呢個咧其實呢幾日咧都會同大家講一講 嗰個嘅薰衣草嘅製作過程啦。咁呢 part 咧就係個蒸餾啦，咁佢會全程咧去講解嘅。
So as you can see here in Simian, we are using trucks to load containers that pick up the freshly cut materials into the fields.
咁呢個咧，其實你見到嗰個嘅藍色嘅鍋爐咧，其實係擺咗喺嗰啲嘅大車上面，然後咧係直接咧係收割咗嗰啲，將嗰啲收割嘅薰衣草咧擺落去嗰個嘅蒸餾嘅。
So this method of containers is very different from the others distillery because we distill right from the containers themselves.
呢個咧同一般嘅蒸餾嘅過程咧係好唔同嘅，因為咧係直接咧將嗰個貨櫃咧係擺落去蒸餾嘅。
In one of these containers, right now it's clary sage, but if we are talking about lavender, we can fill up 5 tons of freshly cut lavender in each container.
而家平時咧就係薰衣草咧，但係今日咧就係快樂鼠尾草嚟嘅。
As seed to seal requires, all of our containers, we have 7 of them, are fully made of stainless steel.
呢啲嘅貨櫃咧，其實咧都係用不鏽鋼去製造嘅。咁佢哋咧一共咧有7個。
Do you know why we use stainless steel? Very stable. So we call it like inert.
Inert.
Yeah.
咁喺英文嚟講咧，呢個叫做 inert 啦。咁
Inert means like the oil cannot interact with the material itself.
咁佢哋用不鏽鋼嘅原因咧，就係因為咧佢不鏽鋼係唔會同精油咧係有產生任何嘅化學作用。咁所以咧英文咧就叫做 inert 啦。
So we have 7 containers like this because we have many fields all around this area, and it makes it really easy for us to go into difficult access location to load and unload with the containers at every field.
咁因為佢哋呢個咁大嚿嘅即係貨櫃啦，就其實咧好難咧係去攞嚟攞去咁，所以佢哋有7個咁多嘅。
Once the container is full, we can put the container inside the distillery. We put the lid on top of it.
咁當收割到個貨櫃滿嘅時候咧，咁我哋咧就會將呢一個嘅收割咗嘅植物咧就擺再落嚟呢度啦，跟住冚蓋嘅。
Enzo over here is the one driving all the trucks for us.
咁呢位仁兄咧就係去負責揸車嗰啲。
So when we were saying this morning that everything works as a cooperation here, meaning that Enzo is a Benoit's employee, but he is going to drive the trucks for us as well as Young Living.
咁因為咧其實Young Living 都係同合作伙伴人嘅形式去做啦，咁所以咧呢位仁兄叫 Endo 啦，係咪啊
Yeah, Enzo.
Enzo 咧係啦，佢就Enzo 咧就係佢 Benoit 嘅員工，但係同時間咧佢都係同 Young Living 係工作嘅。
In France, everything works with cooperation and help.
所以喺法國咧，其實都係合作嘅模式啦，就唔係話邊個係邊個員工嚟嘅。
All right. Do you have an idea why this distillery has been built here in this location first?
知唔知點解呢一個蒸餾廠會喺呢一度建立咧
No? Because we have access of water here.
What?
We have a good access of water.
因為呢度咧係最容易咧可以攞到水源嘅。
It's really important. This is the first ingredient that we need for distillation is good water, good quality water.
因為水好嘅質量嘅水咧係其中去揾蒸餾廠嗰個位置咧最重要嘅一個元素嚟嘅。
So here underneath us we have a spring running down, and we can take this water to go and distill.
所以咧，其實我哋腳下面咧，其實就係一啲水源嚟嘅。咁我哋咧係可以好容易咁Young Living 係可以好容易咁喺下面咧攞咗啲水源出嚟咧，就愛嚟蒸餾啦。 咁啲水源係好靚嘅啲水。係
So you all know that we do steam distillation, right?
咁大家都知我Young Living 係用蒸氣嘅方法去蒸餾啦。
What do we need to produce this steam?
咁我哋用啲乜嘢去製造蒸氣呢？ heat
Heat, yes.
係啦，就
So
係
we
熱
need
氣
to
啦。
create some heat in order to boil the water, to create the steam, and then the steam we will send it inside the containers.
咁所以我哋係要用熱量咧，去將啲水咧變成蒸氣，然後咧就再泵入去咧嗰啲嘅貨櫃嗰度啦。
We
Wallow.
want to control at any time of the distillation 3 key elements.
我哋咧Young Living 咧最緊要咧就係要控制3樣嘢嘅。
So Benoit, the master distiller, when he's working inside the distillery, he wants to check all the time as 3 key elements.
So
you have an
Ben-
idea why? And what is these key elements?
所以 Benoit 喺裏面咧就係要 check 住嗰3樣嘢，但係知唔知點解啊？同埋知唔知嗰3樣嘢係咩啊？
What do I want to control? Temperature, this is the first one. Pressure, this is the second one. Time, this is the third. Oh, you are good. All of you, you make a good team.
係啦，
That's
咁
good.
嗰3樣嘢咧就係時間、氣壓同埋溫度。
Okay. Temperature, it has a very, very specific temperature. If we distill at a high temperature, we are going to damage the oil. If we distill under a certain temperature, we are going to badly extract the oil, and we end up having not all the molecules that we want.
咁如果咧個溫度太高咧，我哋會摧毀咗嗰個精油嗰個質量嘅。咁但係如果太唔同嘅氣壓咧，亦都佢萃取嗰個精油嘅方法咧，亦都會錯，即係唔好咯。
The sweet spot for us is going to be 114 degrees, 114.
所以最好嘅溫度咧就係114度Celsius or Fahrenheit。
Celsius,
right？
Celsius.
係
I'm not
攝
American.
氏係啦。
Nicholas talks in Fahrenheit. I talk in
114度攝氏係啦。
the pressure.
咁個氣壓咧係
Do you feel under pressure right now?
有冇壓力啊？而家
No? So does the lavender. Lavender doesn't like pressure.
係啦，但係 lavender 咧薰衣草咧係唔中意壓力㗎。
So when we heat the water, there is a lot of pressure in the boiler, but when we send the steam inside the containers, the blue one, there is no pressure. It's atmospheric pressure, 1 bar.
咁所以
Good
咧
luck. No,
所以咧其實
inside the container, no pressure.
呀，咁所以咧其實咧薰衣草咧係唔中意壓力嘅，但係咧當啲水咧係用熱力咧係去變成蒸氣嘅時候咧，其實係好多壓力嘅。咁所以咧，但係咧佢哋就令到佢咧變成1
1 bar.
1 bar 係啦。咁咧就個氣壓係差唔多近乎0嘅。咁蒸餾嘅時候咧就個氣壓係咯近乎0。
So what you have to understand, inside the containers, this is where the distillation happens. There is no pressure. It's atmospheric pressure, 1 bar. So the air that we breathe right now, it's atmospheric pressure. Inside, no pressure.
咁所以咧佢係用呢一個嘅atmosphere，即係個大氣壓啊，大氣層嘅壓力啊，係啊，同我哋而家嘅壓力係一樣嘅，咁同埋喺裡面嘅壓力係一樣嘅咯。
Okay. So now, when looking at the containers, you can imagine that you have all your lavender pile inside, 5 tons. So it's huge. It's compact and it's huge. At the bottom of the containers, you have, imagine my fingers, it's pipes that send the steam all the way.
所以咧喺個藍色嗰個貨櫃裏面咧，其實咧佢就擺咗5噸咁多嘅薰衣草啦。咁同埋下面咧係你當好似手指咁一條條嘅管道咧，佢係啲蒸氣咧就會喺下面咁樣供上嚟去慢煮嗰啲嘅薰衣草啦。
The big pipe that comes from the roof is actually the steam that we plug into the containers that is going to send all the steam inside the container.
咁你見到咧上面咧銀色嗰啲好粗嗰啲管道咧，其實就係嗰啲蒸氣咧慢慢泵落去下面嗰個櫃嗰個管道嗰度啦。
And this is where the magic happens.
咁呢度咧就係嗰個夢幻嗰個魔法出嚟啦。
It's get a little bit complicated, but simple at the same time.
係可以好複雜，但係其實都好簡單嘅。
The steam is small particles of water, right?
咁啲蒸氣咧係水嘅好細嘅粒子啊嘛，係咪？
So the steam is going to be small enough to penetrate the flowers and the stem of lavender.
Thank you.
Thank you.
咁嗰啲蒸氣咧，其實咧係嗰啲細粒嘅分子咧係可以足夠咧係滲入去嗰啲花嘅裡面嘅。
So inside the stem and the flower, you have thousands of little pockets of essential oil.
咁喺嗰啲花裏面咧，其實有好多千萬嘅細嘅口袋啊，即係精油嘅口袋喺裏面藏住喺裏面嘅。
The steam that we send inside is going to penetrate these little pockets, make them explode, and then carry the essential oil. So steam and essential oil will be carried out of the top of the lid, outside of the containers.
好啦，咁所以咧嗰啲嘅蒸氣嗰啲細嗰啲水分嘅粒子咧，其實咧就走咗落去嗰個花裡面咧，好多嗰啲精油嗰啲袋裡面啦。咁跟住咧，然之後咧就咁樣爆咗啲精油嘅分子出嚟，咁就帶到去咧上面嗰個蓋上面咁樣走出嚟啦。
So right after the containers, on the top, we have a pipe that goes this way.
咁喺個貨櫃上面咧就有個大嘅管
And
道。
inside of this pipe, we have a mix of steam and essential oil mixed together.
咁喺裡面呢個管道咧就係撈埋咧有精油嘅分子啦，同埋水嘅分子係氣體嚟嘅暫時，
But it's really hot.
但係非常之熱嘅。
So we need to cool it down.
咁所以咧我哋就要去冷卻佢啦。
What's going to happen after the cool down?
咁嗰個冷卻完之後會點咧？
The steam becomes liquid. Yeah, condensation.
咁嗰啲蒸氣咧就會變成液體啦。
So we go from a gas state to a liquid state.
所以我哋咧就係由氣體咧變成液體啦。
And then, once we get back with the liquid, we have to essential oil and floral water. Yes.
係啦，咁變成液體咧就係有精油同埋花水喺一個地方啦。
What is lighter? Essential oil? Oh,
咁
okay.
邊一個係輕啲啊？精油定係花水啊？通常都係
Lavender
精油嚟
essential
嘅。
oil is lighter than water, but some essential oil, like in different countries, I think, yeah, for example, frankincense also, they are heavier than water. So it's a different process in order to separate them. But for here, all the essential oil that we have in Provence, thyme, rosemary, helichrysum, lavender, oregano, clary sage, they are, for the most part, they are lighter than the water. So for us, it's all the same equipment that we use.
咁其實咧，薰衣草嘅精油咧係輕過水嘅，咁但係咧，亦都係有一啲嘅油咧係重過水嘅喎。咁通常咧，你見到啲油咧喺上面啦，但係亦都有一啲嘅精油咧係喺下面嘅。咁啊，視乎咧佢係輕過啲水啦，定係重過啲水啦。
No, it's a water from. Yeah, no. Inside the container, there is leftover water, but it's not flawed water.
They're very they're waiting to.
Yeah, at the end. So I will let you all have a look inside this room because this is the separation room. But make sure you don't touch anything in the room because it's a working environment, and if you action something like a handle or stuff, it can do something you don't want to.
好啦，我哋而家咧就入去嗰個分隔嗰個房啦，就係 the separation for the oil
For the oil and the floral water, yeah.
係啦，就係分隔嗰啲精油同埋個花水嘅地方。咁入到去咧，大家要小心唔好掂任何嘢，因為有機會咧係會好熱而會整傷嘅。
So imagine this is my separator. So this is the end of the process. I've been handed up with all the cooling system and everything. So I have my floral water and my essential oil. My essential oil will float on top, and the floral water will sit at the very bottom.
咁我哋想像下呢一個咧就係蒸餾完嘅花水同埋精油喺度啦。咁咧上面咧就係個精油，下面咧就係花水啦。
We use way more water than we collect essential oil during the distillation.
我哋其實蒸餾嘅過程咧係用好多嘅水去萃取嗰啲精油嘅。
And this is important to understand what's happened next.
咁呢個咧係我哋嚟緊佢會講嘅咧，就係要留意啦。
You will see inside the separators, we have a small like a neck that's going really small. And when we action an handle, we have floral water going in, pushing the essential oil on top, and we have an overflow collection tank on top. You will see inside.
咁陣間咧落去去到嗰個分隔嗰個房咧，就會見到咧呢一個嘅分隔器咧，佢就會喺側邊咧會有一個開關掣啦，就會開多好多嘅花水落去啦。咁多咗花水嘅時候咧，佢就會推嗰啲上面嘅精油咧推上去，然後咧就會透過中間嘅一個嘅管道咧，就會推啲精油上去另外一個地方去萃取嗰啲精油啦。
Because we have a lots of floral water, we can collect all the essential oil that is on top of the water.
因為我哋有好多嘅花水啦，咁就可以咧推到所有嘅精油上去啦，咁我哋就可以攞晒所有嘅精油啦。
Okay, a little bit of the last key element, the timing of distillation.
好，個時間蒸餾嘅時間需要幾耐咧？
Do you have an idea of how long is the time of distillation?
知唔知蒸餾薰衣草要幾耐啊 ？Lavender, right?
4 minutes? 4 hours? So the timing depends of what you are distilling. And also the timing depends of what equipment you use. At this specific location in France, in this distillery, lavender, we distill it for about 50 to 1 hour. 50 minutes to 1 hour.
OK， 哇，好快喎！咁其實咧蒸餾嘅時間咧，亦都係視乎咧你蒸餾啲咩植物啦，同埋用咩嘅儀器啦。咁喺呢一個嘅蒸餾廠咧，用呢一個嘅藍色嘅貨櫃嘅鍋爐咧，蒸餾薰衣草咧，只係需要50分鐘到1個鐘嘅時間，就原來已經蒸餾完啦。
For example, when you distill pine trees, so trees in Island Flats, North Idaho, it's 5 hours.
係如果喺高原農場嗰個松樹咧，係要蒸餾差唔多5個鐘嘅。
The temperature will be different, the time of extraction will be different, the equipment that they use is a little bit different. So it's a plant-related distillery, right?
所以咧，唔同嘅植物咧係用唔同嘅時間啦，唔同可能個壓力又唔同啦，溫度又唔同啦，仲有佢變成液體嘅時間咧都唔同嘅。咁所以咧，唔同嘅植物咧係全部嘢都唔同噶啦。
When do we know that it's the right time to stop the distillation?
咁我哋幾時先至知道個蒸餾係完畢咧？
It's a really dumb question because it's really simple.
其實咧呢個問題咧都唔係好難嘅啫，因為係好簡單嘅。
No? When nothing comes out.
係啊，就係當冇嘢再出嚟嘅時候咧，其實咧個蒸餾咧就完㗎啦。
Usually it happens between 50 to 1 hour.
所以咧薰衣草嘅話咧就係大概50分鐘至1個鐘。
Important number to understand. During the first 30 minutes of distillation, we can extract 80% of the essential oil.
咁喺蒸餾嘅過程咧，所有蒸餾過程嘅一半嘅時間咧，即係薰衣草30分鐘咧，其實已經可以萃取到80% 嘅精油㗎啦。
Meaning that the last 30 minutes, I extract only 20% of the oil.
即係換言之咧，其實最拉尾之後嗰一半時間30分鐘咧，係只係萃取到嗰20% 嘅精油嘅啫。
So if I do this only on a cost efficiency perspective, this is not efficient.
所以咧，如果係好識得即係計數嘅即係老闆嚟講咧，其實呢個係非常之超級唔划算嘅。
Here again, what we are looking for is a full spectrum essential oil with the maximum, the best quality that we can have.
但係因為 Young Living 咧係追求完美嘅一個嘅精油嘅質量啦，咁所以咧佢哋咧係連最拉尾嗰呢30分鐘咧去萃取埋嗰20% 嘅精油咧，佢都寧願去做咯。
During distillation, the first 30 minutes, 80% that comes out, I have all the molecules, the lightest molecules that carries the smell.
咁所以咧，其實頭嗰30分鐘咧，嗰80% 嘅精油咧係萃取晒所有嘅輕嘅分子啦。咁而最緊要咧就係嗰啲即係香氣啊。咁所以咧，其實我加嘅呢個就係佢哋通常咧俾香水嗰啲廠咧，就其實蒸餾30分鐘就已經夠㗎啦。咁但係 Young Living 咧，佢係 focus 落嗰個 full spectrum 啊，即係完全嘅蒸餾、全譜系嘅蒸餾方法咯。
So let's say I'm a big industrial guy. I make perfume, soap, and dishwashing smell. I will stop at 30 minutes because I have 80% and I have the smell of the lavender, and that's it. But if I work for aromatherapy and I look for the best quality possible, I continue until nothing comes out.
所以咧，當咧一般嘅蒸餾廠係其實將啲精油係供應俾啲番梘啊或者係香水嘅供應商嘅話咧，佢其實咧蒸餾薰衣草蒸餾30分鐘咧就已經可以停機，跟住去供應俾佢哋噶啦。但係當我哋係做緊呢一個芳療嘅精油，有療愈嘅功效嘅時候咧，咁嗰之後剩餘嗰30分鐘咧就好緊要啦。
All right, let's go inside.
好，我哋入去啦，不如。
I'm not going to talk too long. We will also have time to talk about distillation together on the last evening.
OK，遲啲咧喺最拉尾一晚咧，我哋都會講翻蒸餾嘅過程嘅。不過所以咧，因為好嘈啊，佢唔會講太耐。
I'm just going to explain separation of the oil and the water.
佢而家淨係解釋嗰個分隔同埋將精油同埋水分隔嘅過程。
So once the steam goes through the plant and extracts the oil,
咁當嗰啲蒸氣咧去到嗰啲植物之後，去萃取嗰啲精油嘅時候咧，
we are left with two things after it's cooled back down.
佢凍冷卻之後咧就會剩翻兩樣嘢嘅。
Can you hear us in the back? Okay. You're left with two things. You're left with floral water and essential oil if you distilled flower, or hydrosol if you distill a leaf, a bark, a stem, anything else.
咁 Nicholas 咧就係講 floral water 同埋 hydrosol 嘅分別啦。花水 floral water 咧其實就係當你蒸餾一啲花之後得出嚟嘅嘢，而 hydrosol 咧中文係咩啊？純露係啦，純露咧就係當你咧係蒸餾一啲唔係花嘅嘢，即係葉啊、木啊、根啊、樹枝啊各樣嘅嘢咧，就係純露啦。
So we want to separate the oil and the water.
所以咧，我哋要將油同埋水分隔開嘅。
The reason why this is called essential oil is mostly because most of the oils are lighter than water.
佢點解叫精油個油咧？就係因為大部分嘅精油咧就係輕過水嘅，咁就浮咗喺面啦。
So they float at the top. Okay. All right. But now, quoi? But now we want to take just the oil.
而家咧，我哋淨係要嗰啲精油嘅啫。
Better. So now we want to take just the oil.
係啦，淨係要啲精油而家。
Okay? So we have what we call a separator.
所以咧，我哋呢度咧就係一個 separator，係一個分隔器啦。
Inside of this tube arrives everything after distillation, the floor water and the essential oil.
咁呢一個管咧，其實咧就係當你蒸餾完之後咧，變成液體嘅時候咧，就係有嗰啲花水啦，同埋嗰啲精油嘅撈埋咗一齊㗎啦，好似咁樣。
And it's coming inside of this and slowly going and filling this tank up.
咁佢咧就係入去呢一度咧，就係慢慢咧就係滿咁樣，裝滿嗰個。
We have, bad students in the back. So, as this fills up, if it was only entering, what would happen?
咁如果咧一路裝會點啊？會
Overflow.
滿晒，會流晒出嚟㗎
So
嘛，
we
係咪？
have this tube.
咁所以咧呢一個管咧又唔同啦。
This tube goes all the way at the bottom.
呢個管咧係去到底嘅，係去到呢一個嘅呢一個桶嘅底係即係通落去嘅。
And
個底
as this fills up, when the level inside of this reaches here,
咁所以咧，當佢去到呢一度嘅話咧，去到呢度咧，
everything from the bottom is taken away slowly.
咁呢度咧就會慢慢流走噶啦，咁就避免咧瀉嘅。
So all the floor water at the bottom is taken away, but the oil can continue to accumulate.
咁咧嗰啲嘅花水咧就會慢慢咧流走佢，防止佢滿瀉啦。但係咧同時間咧就一路咧就攞晒啲精油喺個面嗰度啦。
But now I want my oil.
咁但係而家咧我哋想要啲精油啊嘛，咁
And
點咧？
just the oil.
唔要花水，淨係啲精油，咁點咧？
So I can close here
咁佢咧就閂咗呢一個嘅開關掣，
and shut the level,
然後就閂咗佢，閂咗呢個。
and everything will start to overflow.
咁啊，所有嘢咧又開始寫噶咯
But here you don't see, I have a separation.
喎。咁呢度咧就有一個分隔器，
You can come look after. And in this separation, if I start overflowing, the oil is going to be at the top, so the oil is going to come inside of this chamber, and only the oil.
咁其實咧呢度咧佢敲緊嗰度咧係一個反轉嘅漏斗咁樣嘅，咁咧嗰啲流出嚟嗰啲嘅精油咧就會喺中間出嚟，咁咧就留啲精油喺出邊嗰個位置，咁咧就俾我哋咧就係再去攞嗰啲精油啦。
You can come and look at the oil after. So I'm going to separate the oil. So this is the oil at the top.
呢個咧就係喺上面啲油出嚟㗎啦，咁就喺個反轉嘅漏斗咧就出緊嚟啦喺中間。